Hello, hi, welcome and thank you for being here. I'm Violet, that's Rose. Let's dive in and get you some clarity. We're going to start right away with the divine truth here. Before I even sat down, I kept getting the message that there is somebody thinking about you a lot. Like a lot lately. So let's see what they're thinking about, what's going on. Use your discernment and trust that beautiful direct connection you have to your higher self, to God, Source, the universe. The answer is always in you. And try to make balanced decisions based in love so we can all help uplift each other in love. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Grace Consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. No wonder somebody's thinking about you a lot. You introduce them to colors they've never seen before. Somebody only saw something in black and white, good, bad, this or that. Very rigid thinking before, and all of a sudden you're like splashing paint on the walls. You gave them, if they were like colorblind, it's like you came in and you gave them special spiritual sunglasses to see colors they didn't even know were there. They had, you are not comparable to anyone else. I'm also getting that this is somebody having some really cool, I hear cool conversations with you. So maybe it's even that you open them up to new subjects or a new way of seeing something that they just never even thought of before. I've always tried to be realistic with life, but you open me up to color. So realistically, it is a fine energy to be in, but I'm getting that it's kind of just fine. It's not believing in miracles. It's not even like endless possibilities. It's very like literal, linear. I'm getting like a rigid energy, like kind of robotic. I see like you made somebody feel like they came to life. I don't know why I just thought of Pinocchio, but maybe because Pinocchio came through, maybe this person was telling you some fibs. Maybe you called somebody out on that. Maybe they were even lying to themselves before. They're like, no, miracles, synchronicity, that's spiritual, stuff doesn't really exist. That's just, I don't know why somebody feels like that was maybe flaky in the past, and all of a sudden somebody's having their own miracles, their own synchronicities, their own spiritual awakening, and all of a sudden they get it. Ooh, that's big. So what else is helpful to know? Somebody maybe didn't even believe in soulmates. Maybe they didn't believe in past lives before, and all of a sudden they meet you, they're finishing your sentences, they feel like you've had lifetimes together, there's a connection that's not comparable to anyone else, they feel like they've always known you and they knew you for maybe just 5 minutes. There's a connection that feels different than they've ever had with anyone else. I'm also getting that for some of you, this is not for all of you, someone who was rigid. It could be somebody that I'm getting they believed, they had their own beliefs. I just feel like now they're expanding them. So not that they, didn't believe in soulmates before, but there's something deeper about how they were thinking, or like a different facet, a different direction, a different perception than they ever had, and that's because of you. So via your connection, your energy, your conversations, I'm drawn to you in a way I've never experienced before. A love so deep and complex. So this could be a complicated situation, but if somebody is thinking about you all of the time, maybe that's even confusing them. Like usually they go to work, they get their things done, they are used to thinking about someone here and there, but I feel like the way they're thinking about you and them is different than they've thought of with anyone else that they've been with. So soulmates is a beautiful connection that is wrapped in love, and it looks like you're getting a wish come true. I feel like you're this person's wish come true, and they didn't even know what they were wishing for until it was right there. All of a sudden they know what they want. So now, interesting, I am going to take the energies that I get from this particular card because it looks like it's the perfect card. Your wish is granted, here it is. Everything that you ever wanted and more, except it feels like a little much when I read this card because the message is, you are my purpose fulfilled. You're my sun, my moon, my stars. You are my everything. And I get to kiss you, baby, just because I can. I always hear the Michael Bublé song with that. But I feel like somebody has softened anything that was, I don't know, because I feel like that's a lot of energy to put onto someone. You're my everything. Ugh, it kind of feels clingy. So I feel like maybe even somebody recognizes that in the past, or even though they are drawn to you in a huge way and they want to cling on, I feel like they're recognizing that you help bring a balance there, or they are balancing themselves out more to relax that energy a little bit, because I see somebody as recognizing if they cling on too much, that does feel like a lot of pressure, and they don't want to lose you. Also, somebody could have a gift or a love text. You are coming out of a lotus. So specifically, it is somebody coming out of a mucky situation, or the muddy waters, or I don't know why I heard simplistic thinking. Because the lotus comes with this enlightened energy, but out of, a dark situation. So maybe this person is being illuminated or enlightened. I just saw the weirdest thing. I don't know why, but it was kind of cute. Like, I feel like somebody is like winking at you, like they're like a little flirting thing, like, hey. But I saw somebody's third eye winking at you. That's so cute. I don't know what that means, but I am getting very beautiful energy off of it. Maybe somebody's eyes are just like opening up, like their third eye is kind of, like when you got the sand in your eyes when you wake up in the morning, like this little crusty. I feel like somebody's third eye was maybe a little bit crusty, and now it is like getting the full like morning, like put water on your face wash. So that was so weird. I love when I get weird images. Let's get one more. What's another message helpful on wish granted, soulmate, and black and white? Is there another helpful message from the divine truth? Perception. Somebody was looking at something like in a warped perception, or in that muddy water, the wonky funhouse mirror before. It could also be that somebody's perception was wonky before because of who they were around, what they were taught, what they learned in childhood, what their coworkers say. Whatever it is, somebody was looking at something through, these glasses are full, so that is good. This is somebody coming in with 2 cups that are both full. Maybe that's what they're realizing. I never really looked at that before. If somebody was always wanting somebody to be the one to fill up their glass before, that's not going to work. And if somebody was always dumping their glass into somebody else, but it was never, a back and forth reciprocal flow of energy, then, that's going to be imbalanced as well. So somebody now is recognizing that it takes maybe 2 people to choose to grow on their own, to evolve on their own, to have self-love, and also that nurturing unconditional love that the soulmate would have together. I feel like there's something, I don't know, I see like a warm cashmere blanket. I was only able to see what I wanted to see, and I'm sorry for not seeing your worth. So somebody was stuck in the black and white world over here. You know, they didn't really know how to get it on. Oh, hey. or they weren't used to seeing the color. I just see somebody like waking up and it's sunshine right away now. Like it takes a little while to get used to something. Maybe somebody had to put their spiritual sunglasses on for a little while and start to have conscious choices to want to see something a different way. Let's get one more. Clarify, perception, wish granted, soulmates, and black and white. You. I did see somebody thinking about you. So you help somebody change their perception. You are now definitely on somebody's mind. You make me feel alive. I say that with the black and white thing, like if somebody just felt like they were getting by. They're in the daily grind. You know, they're not really thriving. They're sleeping, since I saw that Sandman thing, like a kind of sleeping in their life. They're not sleeping anymore. Unless they're sleeping with you. You make me feel alive. I choose you without a doubt. And my heart yearns for you. So for some of you, maybe has been some distance. And maybe for some of you, there's not that much distance. I just heard schedule. Maybe schedule conflict, or this person is wanting there to be less distance, whether that's in communication or physical distance. I keep seeing that warm blanket in a bed. So this person likes to be in your energy, which means that they feel really comfortable with you. So they're not just thinking about you, their heart is yearning for you. I hear grateful. They're very grateful that they met you, that they have you, that they get to. All right. Well, let's get a little more clarity. Let's see what would be helpful for you to know. Should we do a character? I have them here, and I haven't done this in a while. Yeah. I mean, see if this resonates for you. It may not. But let's get a little character, personality, person. And these also have, they also have messages on them. So what would be a prominent character to have awareness on or of or know about? Right now we have black and white, soulmates, wish granted, and perception. Yeah. Someone's doing a little research on you. They're asking some questions. I feel like somebody is going down some rabbit holes because of you. They're learning something. They're unlearning something. This is somebody that wants to know the truth, not be stuck in a closed box. This is somebody that'd rather break the glass ceiling, get rid of the funhouse mirror, and they're willing to experiment, which is kind of interesting. That makes me get a little bit of the magician energy. If somebody's experimenting, that means they want to search for truth. They want to figure something out. That was maybe really confusing at study. Maybe you also are doing something, maybe you're researching with this person on something, maybe you're starting a business together, or I don't know, I see a house. Maybe you do something with real estate, or I don't know why I see you researching like landscape. Maybe this person's a landscape artist. But there's all of these books here. Explorer of truth, exploration, study, rigor, and experiment. Somebody could just, what is that? I don't know why I just thought of your body is a wonderland. Maybe somebody's like, I mean, they could even be watching the way you move. I like the way you move, or maybe how you react to something, or how you answer questions. I am getting a really cool conversation. Whatever that like game thing is, like, would you do this or this? The like make up weird scenarios, and then you see how somebody reacts. You can learn a lot about a person like that. I feel like somebody wants to learn more and more about you. I don't feel like they're going to get bored. If one chapter is done in this book, it looks like they're ready to put that book on the shelf and then get to a new chapter, get to a new book. Researcher. So, clarify. I feel like somebody's also researching something like soulmates or past lives. I also feel like somebody wants to know how you got to be where you are, or how you got to be the way you are. Not sure what that is. Maybe somebody really wants to know more about your past chapters, because I feel like somebody finds you amazeballs, but maybe they don't understand, all the ins and outs, the depth of all the stuff that you actually have gone through in your life, and that you have more to reveal to each other. I feel like maybe that goes both ways. And I don't feel like you're gonna Cliff Notes that book all at once. I do feel like it's a slow reveal. So let's get one more. One more from the character oracle. What would be another important character? I just heard they think you're a character. Maybe you've got a big personality or something kind of quirky about you. Whatever it is, that's like a little bit your thing. You're new, you're different. I don't know what that is. I hear nuance, but I'm not sure exactly what that word means. Maybe I'll find it and I'll put it here. Somebody thinks you're kind of incredible. Hey. So let's get another character. I keep hearing you crack me up. So maybe you and this person laugh a lot together. That's such a beautiful way to see if you are really in a soulmate situation, if you're really in the now, if you can really belly laugh with someone. Laughter is also such a beautiful way to switch up energy. Also somebody's perception. So let's see what else. Architect. Oh, somebody's making some plans here. Planning something for you or with you. I did see like a house or something before, or property, or like a landscaping. So maybe somebody is thinking about not just the blueprints of what they want in their future, but having those blueprints be a little more Harry Potter and constantly change as dreams unfold. I'm also getting that maybe something needs to be set in stone to create a solid foundation. Because with the architect, I think of thinking about it first, getting that idea, that inspiration, that kind of artistic thing. Like I can see the couch over there, or I can see, the house having a second floor here. It would fit perfectly with a sunset coming in at night or whatever. And then it's putting those plans down, whether it's drawing it or talking about it or doing something on the computer. And then it's maybe seeing that little, like the mini model, the little, I probably do that in 3D printing now, so you can actually kind of see the little dollhouse version of whatever it is. But then now I'm getting a little bit of the Two of Rods, where he has that globe in his hand, and on the balcony, the world of possibilities there, but you have to get out and be in that now energy, the experience. It's supervision, construction, design, planning, and what is that? The weaver of blueprints. Oh, that sounds so creative. So there's also scaffolding in the background, so there is something that is building. There's also a lot of books in this one. See all those books? Construction. Maybe if something fell down, it's constructing something different. I'm also getting, there could be something about constructive criticism, but I'm not getting that it's criticism. I'm getting that it's more constructive evaluation, to be helpful. I hear tweaks that can help you tweak something. Planning, design, supervision. I'm getting supervision. I did see that little wink in the third eye. So somebody went from over here to the wonky perception to now having supervision. That's cool. All right, let's go to the tarot. Let's see what's going on and get you a little bit of clarity. I want to do the art of life. So let's start with the art of life, but then I might maneuver a little differently. I feel like I want to be a little more flexible today. So one art of life. And this is going to be for you. What's one art of life message helpful for you today? Please and thank you. There's one message that would be helpful. This is beautiful. You have the Six of Swords. The helpful message for you is learning your lessons, thinking in a different way, not carrying the heavy baggage with you, learning to sail your boat, smoother waters ahead. The Six of Swords is coming back into balance when, you felt like you were spinning the gears and not getting anywhere before, where you had the motor on your boat, but you forgot it was tied to the dock. So when this comes in, it's now seeing something clearly, but that's usually because you pulled the dock with you, or you didn't get anywhere, or you had to go through rough waters. So if rough waters come back in the future, you've been there before. Now it's not so hard to navigate after learning a lesson. For everything you have missed in life, you have gained something else. So even if it was a missed opportunity, what did you gain? That door shut before you over here, but what opened up because of it? What was even something that kind of was a little friction, or like a little, stormy situation, that if that didn't happen, you wouldn't have been maybe forced by divine, energy, or pushed, or just nudged a little bit to think a little different, to, build differently, to go in a different direction, to step outside your comfort zone, to expand your mindset, to be more in the energy of open-mindedness instead of closed off over here, that it has to be that way. For everything you have missed in life, you gain something else. That's a really beautiful painting too. So let's stick with the art of life. Let's get another one. Clarify the Six of Swords, please. What is this once missed opportunity, now something beautiful gained? I hear a new dream created. Sometimes you have to do something really wrong, even if you thought that was the right thing. Let's just say it's like you like picked a career, or you picked a skill or something like that. Let's just say you wanted to play the flute, or I saw all those houses, you wanted to do real estate, and you're like, yeah, I'm really good with people, I totally do that. And then let's just say you did it, and you're like, I don't know, it's really not for me, too many people trying to get over on you, or you started to play the flute, and you're like, I don't have the embouchure for it, I'm just not really feeling the flute. So you're like, maybe I'll try the violin. Sometimes you have to do something that you just weren't suited for, but to not try it, you wouldn't have known that wasn't right. Now let's just say you, I don't know why I see you now, some of you actually really liking real estate. Maybe it's just, maybe it's not that whole thing. I'm getting that whatever it is, if you do feel like that genre, that arena kind of is your thing, maybe it's your niche. So maybe let's just stick with the real estate thing. Maybe, doing rentals, not your thing. You don't really have a good time with that. But maybe it's being a property inspector. Or maybe it's like something specialized in commercial, I don't know, I just see big, what is that, like big commercial spaces? So I know I'm getting real estate, but if that is not your situation, just kind of take that for whatever it is that you do. What is your special skill, or what have you learned? And then maybe there's a different facet on that skill that not a lot of people are doing, or no one else saw but you. So clarify Six of Swords. I like when I get like extra messages that seem very specific and hopefully helpful to you. So if any of these messages, oh, I did see something falling down with the construction over there. You got the tower. Are you ready? It's not about the tower falling. It's all about how you decide to get back up, how you handle that situation. How you handle that situation totally different than you would have in the past, because, you know, you've been through situations before. The tower is, something's going to rock your world. Something's going to happen pretty fast. Maybe you are, I don't know. I kind of feel like this is maybe somebody falling pretty hard for you. Maybe it's even that somebody was trying to resist that tower kind of energy, because they know when they fall hard. It looks like somebody fell hard for you. But if this is a tower that happens when you are with someone, take that as a lesson gained, so that you can build different, and you're not constantly putting construction on something that's wobbling halfway through, you know, the build. If you see something wobbling, sometimes it's like, you know, when you put one of those cheap ass like Ikea or get from Amazon pieces of furniture together, and it looks really nice in the picture, but then you get it and you're like, oh my gosh, it's kind of a piece of crap. And then it's like, put, you know, board A on, you know, screw C and do that. And then did you ever get halfway through and you realize like you put something upside down, or the thing's just wobbling all over the place? So maybe if you recognize you keep repeating something like that, and let's just say you even put it together perfectly, but I'm getting something different now about quality. Somebody sees that you're quality. You're like Art Deco furniture. You're not Ikea. You know, if you find something like, maybe it's in a secondhand store or something like that, but when you see something, you do have somebody that was building over here. Somebody that builds something by hand that's like sturdy, you know, or has somebody's expertise, art behind it. There is something different about how that lasts. It's not going to wobble. So what does not destroy me makes me stronger. This could also be where, sometimes I see this as, you know, if some of you are like, you know, you're believing in your value, and you're trying to constantly be aware of having your perception be, you know, open. You've felt soulmate energy that was based in love before, but maybe you feel like right now you're just on your own, or that person isn't coming in. Bam! Here they come. The tower can be also where somebody all of a sudden thought something or someone was a certain way, and then the truth is revealed. True colors are shown, and they can't unsee it. So, epiphany. What is one more? One more. Let's clarify that tower. Why is the tower here? What is the tower about? And what would be helpful to know? Ooh, you got a little rock star king coming through. This is someone who believes in themselves. This is, you know, could be somebody that is overcompensating. If it's upside down, it could be somebody that shows a lot of confidence, but it's like they toot their own horn a little bit too loud. When this person is operating, their confidence is felt. It's the King of Wands. That's somebody pretty dynamic in their energy, in their personality, in their vibration, their creativity, their spirituality. This is usually a fire sign, but it's somebody that has that fire in their soul, that sparkle in their spirit, It doesn't even mean that they have to be a big personality. This could be the most quiet person you've ever met, ever. But you still feel their energy. There's still something loyal about them when they're upright. They want to keep that fire burning. It's a king. It's somebody that's gone through, well, we got Napoleon here, gone through some battles in their life and learned what works, what doesn't, when to plan and research, and maybe when to dive in with all that passion and confidence and not hold themselves back. It's having that balance. Sometimes all you need is a little flicker of a beautiful candle and you have some, romantic time, and you don't need more light than that. And sometimes you need a big spiritual, fire. So self-confidence is the first requisite to great undertakings. Believe in yourself. You've gotten up before. Believe in this person. They believe in you. I do see that. So maybe you even kind of boost each other's confidence back and forth a little bit. I feel like somebody feels bigger than life because they get to be with you, or because they met you. Maybe even because you saw something in them that they didn't yet see in themselves. That's at the bottom. The Knight of Wands. Somebody's been through the battlegrounds. So this is the weirdest picture. I don't know if I can even see where this is. I think it's a private collection. Hold on. Yes, it's hanging up in somebody's house somewhere. It's like a very, I want to say, I don't know. It's a lady, like she's in the middle of the jungle with her red dress, and a hat. So in times of stress, be bold. Hey, be bold, be vigilant. I am getting, if you're gonna fall hard. To, not step up to bat, or to not even try. I don't know why I just heard chicken. It's like the chicken way out. It's okay to fail. Mess up big. Be real, relatable. This could also be where somebody recognizes the battles worth fighting and the ones that are not worth the attention or the time or the stress. This could also be somebody who is just giving themselves one last push, one last go, even if it's a stressful transition. So that I'm getting that they can just get to the end. It's a 9. It's almost, almost to the end of something. But I feel like somebody's going to have a beautiful moment of rest and relaxation after they're done with this stressful situation. I also feel like maybe that's why this connection is important here. I'm kind of getting that if you're stressed out, somebody knows how to de-stress you. Or just say the right thing. I don't feel like somebody wants to put more, weird gasoline on a fire that needs to just be contained. And I feel like the reverse is true as well. I also feel like if somebody is not being so bold or vigilant or believing in themselves so much that they're getting a beautiful pep talk from the other one, or even that little divine friction, because it could be a little push, go ahead. What is that, where I don't know why I see somebody not even knowing that they could swim, and I'm not getting a mean push. I'm actually getting more a pull. Somebody's come on, I got you. If I need to hold you up in the water, I will help you swim, but I promise you don't need your floaties. You can do it. So maybe it's more like that. Somebody's getting rid of their training wheels. Their, spiritual floaties are no longer needed. They can be buoyant on their own. So, one more message from the universe. If I have it. No, I don't think I do. I don't think I do. So should we get you an animal? Let's end with a spirit animal, because I see those over here. I just have to find the message. Ooh, I'm sorry, that's really loud. It's really loud and scratchy. It's like popcorn. Okay, let's get you a spirit animal that would be helpful today. what is the most impactful spirit animal that would be helpful for you at the end of this reading? Oh, Rose getting comfy at the end here. Like when she does her little sighs. She does that like in the middle of the night too. Like, All right. You got two. You got two birds. Birds of a feather flock together. Maybe it's even that you can be totally different birds and create your own flock. You got a goose. You're being picked. Duck, duck, goose. You got a goose and a quezatel? Quezazel. I am totally messing up that pronunciation, so just give me a little slack in that. So let's start with the duck or the goose. Oh, all right. We're gonna do a little swaparoo of the headphones to the readers. So goose is number 34. 34 goose is persevere through challenges. Perfect. The V formation flight exemplifies collective effort. Here's your stress again, that came through again. Stressing the power of unity. Stressing the unity, not the stress. Geese undertake long migrations with resilience, teaching us perseverance in the face of challenges. So, their navigational instincts remind humans to trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. You will be able to navigate those waters different if the winds blow a different way. So, the other one is Quetzal. I'm butchering that poor bird's name, but it is a beautiful bird. So, 74. This bird probably has a beautiful diet with all of those colors. I don't know why I'm thinking I want to know what this bird eats. I will maybe find that and get a little nerdy for you. Maybe find a link if I can. So what number is this? 74. So 74, count your blessings. A symbol of freedom, abundance, and the sacred. The I can't say it. Serves as a spiritual guide. It deepens our bond with the ethereal world. It heightens our openness to divine insights. I did see that third eye doing a little winkaroo, getting the crust out of it and being wide open. And continually echoes our intrinsic sacred nature, fostering a profound unity with the cosmos. You got a lot of unity with these. So maybe it's unity with someone else, unity with you and your higher self, unity in the right flocks. Pay attention to the people you are around, the energy that you vibe or don't with. And now you're not just being in unity with the flock, you also got the cosmos, the universe. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. I hope this reading was helpful. And I very much look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye. I love you so much. Bye.